God. Ask God.
Hi, Scott. My name is Kate Hill. First of all, I want to thank you for your podcast and the information and knowledge that you've been sharing thus far. As you can see, we all appreciate it and encourage you to keep up the good work. I do have a quick question that has been on my mind as of late and want to get some feedback, some thoughts from other Amazon sellers like yourself. I have a product on Amazon that I sell. I designed it based off of a modification of existing product, and it's been selling for some months now, and I've sold several hundred units. However, I'm noticing that negative feedback is showing up that's beginning to outweigh the positive feedback. And I'm a little concerned about that. I am familiar with paying for reviews and sending out free product for reviews, but I really am torn about going that route because I want the natural feedback. I want the honest feedback from actual users and not people that I'm just giving a promotion to, because it's a tool that I've developed and I want to make it better. However, I'm concerned about the negative reviews growing and that discouraging people from purchasing the product, even though I know that it has sold hundreds of times over and overall there's a lot of positive feedback on it. So I'm just wondering, what should I do to kind of offset the negative feedback that I'm starting to see show up on my listing? How do I combat that with staying true to my integrity of having natural, honest feedback? I do have Feedback Genius in place, and I do get responses where people enjoy the product, but the actual leaving the feedback on Amazon, it seems like more people are willing to leave a negative response as opposed to a positive response. So I'm just wondering what I can do about that. All right. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing your response on the podcast. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, Kate, thanks so much for the question, and also thanks for the positive feedback. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to know that that this show is being enjoyed by everyone that's listening to us. I really, really do appreciate it. It makes me feel as though what I'm doing is making a difference, and that means a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in here. I do have some thoughts on this. It's a great question, by the way. And I know there's a lot of people probably feeling like this, or they're going to come across something similar to this. My first thought is, okay, number one, you're starting to get some negative reviews. Okay, so my first thought is, what are they saying? Okay, I want to listen to what they're saying, because what they're saying might be something you need to pay attention to. Maybe it's something that is a flaw inside of your product. You didn't really say if it was, but I would be listening to those. I would be taking each one of those and I would be reaching back out to those people and asking for more details, right? I'd be asking for more details, and I'd also tell them, no problem. We totally want to hear your feedback and your comments. We want to make this the best product, and your feedback is very important to us. We're going to go ahead and give you a refund, and just take care of you. That's really what you're trying to do here. A lot of times what'll happen is those people will want to be heard because they feel as though they're dealing with an individual, not just, someone, that's a big business. They want to actually talk to you. And if you do that, a lot of times they'll go ahead and they'll either up the review, they'll give you a better review, or they might even remove it. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I would want to see you do, if you're not already doing it, is switch to where you ask for feedback first versus going straight for the review. This works really well to build up your authority and your feedback score for your entire seller account, but it also will intercept any negative reviews. So this way here, you can contact them. And then from there, you can, if it's a product review that they're leaving on your feedback, you can usually have that removed from Amazon. Now, again, I wouldn't do this just to get rid of those. I would do it to intercept them. So this way here, you can communicate with them, because it's going to be a lot harder for you to get that review removed from them than it is for a feedback. And you're still going to get the intelligence that you want, because you do want this. Because if you're getting these legitimately, if you're getting these complaints and these negative reviews, you want to fix that. And that's a great way to fix your product. So this way here, it can become a better product. So I would definitely switch to where you're asking for feedback and then for reviews. Now, if you are not familiar with that strategy, I've outlined it way back in episode number 10. There's my email templates there and everything. If you have not listened to that, or anyone listening right now, you can head over to theamazingseller.com/10. And that's episode number 10. And it's where I basically outline exactly how I go about doing this. And this has worked really, really well for me. And a lot of the TAS community members have also said how well it's working for them. And I want to be totally crystal clear here. We're not doing this so this way here people can't leave a review. We want to only be able to intercept, so this way here we can have that conversation with them. And then we do have control that if it's someone just that didn't read the description or whatever that left you a negative review, it's going to help that, because Amazon does not want that on your feedback. You only want to address real concerns, right? People that have real, issues because the product is not doing what they thought it was going to do, or it's not described as it was, and then you need to fix that. So I would use this as a lesson to be able to then make your product listing and your product, better than it is currently. And again, this is a great way for you to be able to make your product even better. Now, the other thing is to kind of combat this is then you're going to want to get some really good reviews. And I know you said you don't want to buy any reviews, and I'm not saying that I would ever advise that. But what you could do is do a small giveaway of people for an honest review. And these people are signing up to review products. So yes, they're going to give you an honest review. Now, I would not do this unless I felt as though, my product was going to be getting, 4 and 5 star reviews. But if there's issues with your product because you learn these from your negative reviews, then I would fix that first before doing any type of giveaway. Because every time that you get a giveaway now, or a sale through the giveaway, those reviews are going to go on top of your negative reviews. And even though the negative reviews are there, they're not going to be at the surface. And there's ways that you can go ahead now and kind of like hide them, in a sense, by putting good, fresh ones on top of them. So that is my long-winded answer. There's a few things that we're not sure of as far as your situation, but I think that this has really outlined it for anyone listening, especially if you've had negative reviews. And I wouldn't think about putting out a product, getting negative reviews, and then just ignoring them. I would think to look at those and see how you can then turn this into a positive thing. All right. Because even though you might have some negative reviews, getting more positive reviews will outweigh the negative. And, for the most part, Amazon and your customers know that there's going to be people that have issues with these certain products. Now, the other last thing that I would suggest doing is publicly going on these reviews and addressing the concern. And also stating that, we've sent you an email and we're more than happy to give you a full refund because we want you to be happy. So publicly, you're doing this too. So anyone that does read that negative review would also see that in return. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. Good luck to you. Maybe you can report back and let us know how it's helped you and kind of like the progress of this thing. But again, I want people to understand you're learning through this, right? And negative reviews are not always bad. They're good in a sense that it's going to give you some intelligence into your customer's mind. But setting this up as a feedback first and then a review is going to also help protect your reviews on your listing, and it's going to build up your authority on your ranking, as I've outlined in episode 10. So again, that episode is theamazingseller.com/10. And like I said, there's some downloads there for you as well. So if you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop.
Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.